All right, we're back. Yo, hold on, I'm talking. So we're just gonna finish up. I had some lunch. We're just gonna try to get these done. These last couple pieces. Uh, I'm glad you like the handle. I love this. I love this mug. This might be my favorite mug I've ever made. What's up, Luca? You and me texted? Right on. Um, yeah, this might be my favorite mug of all time. Nice. The rest was good. I could have used like a couple more hours. I was supposed to go hang out. Uh, I go on a hike later, and so I just need to like get this done so I can rest enough to have enough energy to go do that. You did? Awesome. Thank you, Luca. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think this is my all-time favorite mug. Nope. Move on. A million people out there. Don't dwell in the past. You're young. Enjoy yourself. Hi, hi. You do? Do you do pottery yourself? It sure does. Oh, young love. I appreciate it. Thank you. What kind of stuff do you do? Thank you, thank you. All right. There's number 1 done. Thanks, Amanda. I almost don't wanna bring this to Joy's kiln because, like I said, they have a tendency of breaking stuff when they're loading the kilns. They're not super careful with I'll bring 10 pieces and 3 of them will break every single time. And so, I don't know how much I wanna bring this stuff there. What do you do? Do you know I'm sorry, what are you saying? That you don't know what the style of pottery you do is called? I've been enjoying the Ella Fitzgerald, Luca. I'm not really interested in listening to, uh, pop, Korean boy bands at the moment. We'll see. Yeah, it would be really amazing if it got fired in that kiln because that kiln is really cool, but we could just fire it in my own kiln. I do not know that. What is that, Luca? Where's my finger condom? There it is. Is it intense? I'll try. At the moment, I'm not going to, Luca. I'm enjoying my Ella Fitzgerald. Oh, yeah. I probably wouldn't like it then. Sounds good. It was very cryptic of you saying that. Um, we've been experimenting with different patterns for years now, Amanda. So this is just the last one that came around. Thanks, Ada. Appreciate it. But I guess these particular forms are kind of Calder Miro-esque shapes. I grew up with a lot of Calders in the house because he was friends with my grandfather, and so I think I'm mildly influenced by that aesthetic. Mm. What's up, Luna? Thanks for the hearts. Appreciate it. Nope, haven't talked to Luke in a while. How you doing, Luna? What's new? It's metal, and so I end up cutting my hand if cut my finger gets cut open if I don't have this little thing. Oh, you should talk to him then. Oh yeah, a lot of blood involved in my pots. Well, less blood now because of this. I don't remember that movie. What were the gifts? He might. You never know. May as well find out. Oh, is it? It's been a very long time. That movie, when did that movie come out? It was just, it's been a minute. I'm gonna switch you guys on YouTube to a different camera real quick. Uh, I never said Luna was over here. I haven't talked to Luna in a while, Luca. Nope, I wasn't Luca. Don't know who you were thinking of. Yeah, you might be. Yeah, I don't know why you think I'm talking to Luna. All right, you go call her. Hi, hi. Yeah, switching up the angle a little bit, right? Except I'll bump into you guys every so often, so I apologize for that. Uh, the same person that that person is. I'm just a little too tired to go with it today. Go with the bit. I don't know how to get that out. Because we streamed for 3 hours standing up, 3.5 hours, whatever it was. I'm tired. I need to like go just sit down for a little bit. Standing this long hurts. Thanks. And then all this stuff just takes a lot of concentration, or a mild amount of concentration, but it's tiring. And it seems to be getting hotter in here. Welcome back. What have you been getting up to the last couple hours? Thank you for the heart, or the rose, appreciate that. But your first rose ever? Oh my god, that's exciting. Mm, sounds exciting. Nice thing is this is stoneware. If this was porcelain, I think we would just throw this piece out, but stoneware is so forgiving. I think that'll be fine. Oh, that's very sweet of you. I get them a lot though. I buy, or I guess I buy them for myself. I really like flowers. I guess people don't buy me flowers that often. I'm not a huge cut flower person. I'm more like uh, an orchid or something I can grow. It sure is, Ken. You can do whatever you want to stoneware. It just takes it. But flowers, I like a lot of flowers. I just don't like cut flowers. But I like most flowers. My Hoya's in bloom right now, and I really like that. One of my orchids spiked this morning, or I saw the spikes this morning, so that's exciting. I need to know how to get these dots out. That'll be for future Will to think about. So yeah, of course, a piece this size is usually 150 to 175. No, I'm not. I mean, the hydrangeas are fine. I have a bunch of hydrangeas, but if I had to pick a flower for the rest of my life, a hydrangea would not be it. I would take a peony over a hydrangea any day of the week, or a dahlia or something like that. Actually, I'd take pretty much anything over a hydrangea, but they're pretty, but yeah, would not be a first choice. Yeah, right? It seems like a reasonable price. These ones are gonna be high. The ones that are going into Joy's kiln, they're gonna be higher. What's up, Jessica? Though if someone was to give me a hydrangea or something like that, I'm not gonna, uh, be upset, Tara. And the reason these ones are gonna be higher is that, it's 10 pieces once a year, and usually 2 or 3 of those pieces don't make it, and I can't get the results in the other kilns that I fire, the same results. I can get similar-esque results, but not quite the same. Just broke that one too right there. I am asking this clay to do a lot by adding all the undulations and all the holes on top of the undulations. You have a favorite flower, Tara? What's up, Joyce? How are you? Oh, so remember how in the earlier live I was talking about how someone got mad at me because there was like some stretch markage on the inside and they were like, "Oh, it's gonna hold bacteria and blah blah blah." This is what I'm talking about. That kind of stuff was on the inside a little bit, and they threw a hissy fit about it, which is whatever. Food's nice. I just had some sweet potatoes and fake meat myself. Of course, roses. I wouldn't think that. What do you like about roses? Right? That's what I'm saying, Amanda. He just dude had a lot of misinformation from clearly taking an amateur pottery class or like a at a craft center that was misinforming him about how things function in food safety, stuff like that. Gotcha. It's not where I thought you were going with that. I like that. This has a lot of issues. I'm gonna have to deal with this later. But you see, I have to like a lot of these dots fell in, and I don't really have a way to get them out. So we have to figure that one out. What kind of willow? Willows are cool. Yeah, the undulating was the one that was giving me a bunch of trouble. How much do you have to pack? Mm, they are pretty cool. Sorry, my energy is pretty low after coming back from food. Ah, welcome back yourself, Sydney. And that was most likely Olive running out. Correct, yeah. There was this twisty willow I was gonna get last year, Tara. I didn't have a spot for it at that moment, though, and the place that was selling it, does not have them this year, which is a bummer. Mm. To be honest, I don't really like other people's dogs. I just like Olive. That's not true. I have fun with other dogs, but I really just like Olive. Mm. Oh, I'm sorry, kitten. I've already done that, Sydney. I used to make luminaries. They were teapots with holes in them. I did that, probably 4 years ago at this point, 3 years ago at this point. I was really into making those. Yeah. One of my students bought one of them. I'll take a picture next time I'm teaching him, and I'll show you guys. I ordered a lamp kit. We're gonna turn one of my double-walled orchid pots into a lamp. And now I haven't watered my orchids yet this week, though it's been so wet and they're outside, I think they'll be fine. Not wet, but it's been wet in the sense of, like, in the where they are, there's standing water, so I'm not so worried about them right now. That would be super cool. So, years ago when I was really into the idea of making lamps, and then I just ended up making luminaries instead, is I made my own paper for the lampshades out of tea, and then my father's drafting old blueprints, for his architecture stuff. And so I still have, I think, 2 or 3 pieces of it from back then, but that was the idea. I made my own paper, did my own lamp thing. I just never followed through because I lost interest. I don't know, again, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I lose interest pretty quickly on things. Yeah, the paper's cool. I like the concept a lot. I took a whole video about how I did all of it, and then I just never used any of the footage. I think I've since deleted all the footage, so I don't even have it anymore. Must have been, mm, 2.5 years ago now, 'cause I was dating, who was helping me take the photos for videos. Yeah, 2.5 years ago. Totally fair. Welcome back, little dog. Little dog, would you like a cookie? I think, do we still have any cookies down here, or did we eat them all? Oh, we still have them. Here, come here. Oop, up. Good job. Thank you, little bee. Mm. I like looking for them. I don't really know what to do with them once I have them, Tara. That's awesome. What got you into that? What's up, Kendra? How are you? Hmm. Yeah, I would go and find a bunch of cool stones, and then I would uh, trade them. The kids I teach, so they would give me acorns, and I would give them cool stones. So I want to. I meant to do this for today, and I forgot. I forgot that I was going to grab some garnets that I haven't and smash them up. Nice. And then try to put them into the pottery as like feldspar inclusions, because I'm pretty sure. So garnet melts at cone 12, I believe. And so I was thinking maybe we can get some cool glossy stuff happening in like feldspar-esque looking stuff, but black feldspar-esque looking stuff. Um, so yep, I come from the land of garnets over here. There's garnets everywhere here. I have like so many, it's ridiculous. Oh, I had so many. I've given most of my stones away. I used to when I was a kid, I used to be able to find garnets fully intact, that big, half between a silver dollar and a quarter. They were massive. Can't do that much anymore. Everything's kind of gone. These ones are all red here, but I also wanna find some, pink feldspar, because I know it exists out here, and I wanna break that up and put that into the work as well. That's awesome, I love that. It's a cool word. I haven't seen that one before. I'll have to Google that. Is that a specific color of garnet, or is that something else? Hmm, gotcha. Oh, totally understand that. Speaking of power tools, I'm, like, moments away from buying a new electric chainsaw. Let's see if it goes on sale, the one I want. What's up, Amanda? How are you? Thanks for the heart. What kind of drill did you end up getting? Mm. I was unaware of that. I'll have to do some research later. And what makes garnets your favorite gemstone? Mm. Yeah, even hand tools can get quite pricey. I think, Amanda, what we're gonna do with these is, fire a lot of them and use them as orchid medium. I'm not gonna do these ones because they have manganese in them, but, the porcelain ones, we're gonna do that for sure. Mm. That makes sense, that totally makes sense. Those are solid reasons to like it. Mm, because that's kind of what orchid medium is anyway, so why not give it a try? That's super cool. I'm gonna have to Google all these names. Wah. No, I'm just curious myself now. I'm not gonna do a deep dive, but be curious to do a little bit more research on it. More of what I can use. broken up in pottery, stuff that has around the same melting point is what I'm firing to. Mm, very true, very true. I think I'm gonna heat these to pretty much their point of melting, though, that's the big one. Would you Tara, would you mind looking up the melting point of a garnet, like a red garnet from around Connecticut? Thank you, appreciate it. Exactly. This isn't going anywhere, which is why I also tell students not to fire stuff unless they really like it, because if they don't, it's just trash. I assume heating a garnet up to a melting point will turn it black, but I could be wrong. Um, eh, kind of, Joyce. A lot of the time they just stick in there, and it's just kind of a pain. And so you have to just live with some and just get rid of the ones that you really want to get rid of. And then you have to think about what's gonna get masked from glaze. And so there's just like considerations to have. But I'm thinking about shoving garnets, pieces of garnet into work like this, and then just firing it and then using it as it'll kind of look like feldspar inclusions, except feldspars, usually fire white when you get it to 2400 degrees or whatever. But garnets, I assume, what is that in Fahrenheit, Tara? I'm American, I don't know the metric system. It's mainly because I have access to tons and tons of garnets, and I just kind of want to try into the cup itself, into the clay body itself. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's around the same temperature that I'm firing to. Which are the exploding ones? Hmm. No, the cup that's cracked is this one. Oh, you mean on the top rim? Yeah, this is the one that has issues. and I'll deal with that off camera. I'm not gonna do it on camera. It's gonna take me like an hour of just futzing around. Right? Need some tea. I see, I see. Okay, well, we'll find out. I have to bisque them first, so they'd explode before the on the first firing, not the second firing, most likely. I don't think I've ever attached a teapot with for you guys at this angle, so you can actually see what I'm thinking about when I'm doing these. Cool. I think it would be really cool to have black, like, almost looking Felsar inclusions in a clay body, um, that also is black. You know what I mean? I know, prof. You're gonna have to bear with my lack of soulness for a little bit. You're dying to see my soulless eyes. You can go to TikTok though still. Hmm. What was his what was his idea of using tungsten? It's kind of a that seems like kind of a weird move. Hmm. Was he trying to like what was he trying to accomplish? Did he write about that? Or was it just fully he just had some tungsten and he just wanted to mess around? Well, I can't help you there. It'd be a weird one to like so Tara though, it'd be weird to be able to put it with pottery. Oh, I see, okay. Just for fun? Okay, so it was just for a video. I was like, did he actively seek out tungsten to do that? Because that seems kind of weird. What? Mm. Yeah, it's not something you would normally do out of with clay. That's why I was confused. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'd be curious to see. Yeah, please send. What's up, Carlin? Good. Yeah, if you don't mind me smashing them up, we could try to experiment, break some stuff. Let's shove it into a pot, see what happens. That could be fun. That's the only context I would use them as. Mm. Yeah, I don't want anything that's worth anything, you know? You guys been seeing that dude who just, like, burnishes their stuff? Seems to be popping up on my Instagram constantly, and he's talking about how he hates glazing and he just burnishes everything now. He's from, like, Oslo. Why is he so popular? Just because it's easy? Because he has good photos? I don't get it. And I don't really understand, if you just burnish a piece and you don't fire it ever, I don't understand how it's watertight. I understand that you're closing up the particle size, but, like, that can only go so far, right? Maybe I don't understand burnishing. Also, his pots seem very heavy and clunky. When you can hear the sound of them being put down, it sounds incredibly heavy. I refuse to follow that guy. His posts just annoy me. I'm jealous too about his popularity. I just don't but I really don't get it, truly, like, I don't understand. Do I am I missing something about burnishing? He does fire them? Then what's the whole point of his conversation? That's it, isn't that his whole isn't his whole shtick that he doesn't fire his pottery or use glaze? Then what's the point? Dislike. I am not into it. I'll take a look, Tara. Yeah, he's the new pottery rival of the in here. I'm just gonna talk smack about him. That's really dumb, Sydney. But the one I saw today, I read his caption and everything, and he said he didn't fire them. The whole thing was about it being like, "I'm sick of glaze, and I'm sick of using a kiln, and I just burnish my pots until they're finished," and then he put it on the shelf as it was like a finished piece, and I was just, like, not understanding what I was looking at, because the way he talks implies that he doesn't actually fire his work. I don't even know his name. All I know is he's a dude from Oslo. That makes a lot of sense, Sydney. Oh, air dry clay. Thanks, Joan. How are you doing today? Thanks for the rose. Appreciate it. Mm. I will give it to the guy. He does great videos and stuff. And it just is another, it just proves again that good cinematography. Thanks, Gabby. Good, Joan. Goes a long way. Okay, I'm just this guy's confusing me even more then. I don't understand him. Okay, left-handed Kyushu teapot. No, that's not the vibe I get either. No, we're talking about this dude who just burnishes his pots and, sometimes fires them, but doesn't. I don't have any beef with Floridian Gatsby. Um, I did, not gonna lie, I for a very long time did not enjoy how he talked. I thought it was very pompous. But him and I have talked quite a bit since then over the years and become mild friends, and so I don't find him as pompous anymore. Though I do find his post still pompous, but he himself I don't find pompous. Mm, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. But again, like I said, he like, when you talk to him just one-on-one, he's a really nice guy, so we haven't talked for a couple of years, I don't think, but we used to chat all the time on TikTok. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't know if I actually follow him. Um, I'm in support of him, and I think he's doing awesome, and I'm jealous at his success. Um, but I don't have much interest in owning one of his pots, or seeing the content. Because inevitably, no matter even if I follow him or don't follow him, he's so popular that all of his stuff will show up eventually on my feed on TikTok or on YouTube or on Instagram, it doesn't really matter. So I don't really feel like extra inundating myself. Yep. I mean, this is my full-time job. So just imagine this is my 9 to 5. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not trying to get a pot from him. I bet I could trade something for it with him if I messaged him, but I don't really. I don't they're cool, they're simple. I don't, I don't know. The resale market is crazy. I saw something that someone's reselling his work for $700 a cup, which is crazy for what they are. Um, I don't think he sells them for that price, but I think you'd have to pay into my one a 401k prof if you worked for me. That's awesome, Sydney. Yeah, no, I think his stuff's cool. I just don't have the interest in purchasing any of it. 0, what's up? Appreciate you, man. Depends what your question was, honey. Didn't see you ask a question. What's up? I have not. It could be something we could do at some point. What's up, Blue? Long time. How are you? What's new? What's happening? Tell me everything. What? What are you sick with? I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. That's very true. You're speaking the truth there, prof. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. I know, that's the one thing I'm not looking forward to about teaching again soon. Ugh, they're all so gross. There's our left-handed Kyushu teapot. What do we think? Can we flatten the handle a little bit? Make it a little less round? That's the only thing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, my only question though is should we flatten the handle a little bit, or do we keep it round like that? I don't think so, Amanda. You like it? No, don't flatten this handle at all? Keep it round? Yeah? Okay. Ooh, so derpy looking, I love it. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna put you guys back over. Cool people do, prof. Alright, let's, just clean up. Let's look at everything, I guess, that we did today, and then see if we can clean up that 1 cup real quick. Do I make honey pots? No. I know Prof is paid, uh, pretty much for he could have bought a small cup from me, from what he's donated over the last, like, 3 streams or whatever. Well said, Amanda. I'll do anything for 500 bucks. Um, I don't know who buys Kyushu teapots, to be honest. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Alright, so let's look at the teapot. The market for Kyushu teapots, honestly, Prof, is low, like, really low. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sell this one. Um, but it's cool. I like this one, it's cute. I'm gonna look at it from a distance, 1 sec. Ah, yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's nice. Thanks. Mm, yeah, I can sell a Gongfu teapot over a Kyushu teapot 100%, much more so. There's definitely a higher market for this, for those than this. Thanks. Okay, so there's the teapot we did today. Have at it, man. When someone buys it, I don't care what they do with it. And then we got this cup, which I like a lot. And then we got this mug we made today, which might be, I think is my favorite mug that I've ever made ever in my entire life. I think this mug is my the best one. I think this is yeah, I think this is the coolest mug I've ever made. Um, yeah, I think so. Honestly, this is going to be sold at a premium. Hopefully, it comes out okay. And then the last thing we need to do is clean this guy up. So we have this guy that we had some serious issues with. And we have to. It's cool, right? This is my 14th day, Joan. Um, so just hit the 2 week mark today. Okay, let's see if we can get rid of the holes in here. And if it's too much of a struggle, I'm just not going to do it on camera. Yeah, 14 days as of today. Is that weird? I feel like that's the average amount of time that people would have this level of whatever. An underglazed mandala sounds really cool. Mm. Um, I feel like weird might not be the best descriptor, uh, but, I feel like it's mildly accurate in the sense of, like, I don't think that's a weird amount of time to make pottery. I feel like the 2nd week is double walled stuff. It's a classic. Woah, come on, buddy. Yeah, but if you guys try pottery and you're not doing double wall stuff on your 2nd week, I would be shocked, so just keep if you do it, give it a try, let me know. Um, I think everybody could do it. Come on, buddy. Some of these are like mm, mm, I feel like, that would be cool, but you'd be really fighting against different shrinkage rates. I mean, I guess if you picked clays that had the same shrinkage rate, you'd be fine. I guess that's an easy thing to do. These dots do not wanna come out. I give up. I don't wanna finish this anymore. I'm gonna call it a day. Alright, I'm gonna go. Um, it would be. I like that, Sydney. Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on a hike. I don't wanna be in here anymore. But lovely seeing you guys. Have a wonderful time. I'm not gonna come back in here. We've been in here since 10. Um, okay, bye.